I'd never considered playing sport as a career for a long time, and it took a lot of encouragement and speaking to people who did support me and did believe in me to actually give me the self-belief that there might be a possibility that I could do that.
The 2017 Oracle NetSuite Women's Champion, Sarah Jane Perry.
I'm here to be heard. I believe in what I say, I own it, and make no apologies for it. It's my voice. It's mine. Sometimes standing up for yourself and speaking up for yourself can seem like one of the hardest things to do, whether you don't have the confidence or you're just not used to actually doing it. But in reality, I think it's really important and one of the most important things to do, because it's important to be able to say what you think and what you believe in. And as well, some people don't have the confidence to do that, or don't actually have the opportunity to do that. And
you didn't always have the confidence to do that. When you were a little girl, you were quite different, really, to what you are now. I can remember when you used to be very, very quiet, very shy, and you wouldn't say anything back to any adults or anybody. And I used to worry a little bit about that, because I wanted you to be confident. I wanted you to stand up for yourself.
There was obviously a lot of people that said I didn't have the right body shape, I was too tall, I was too heavy, didn't have the characteristics that they had in their head to be whether it was a squash player or the other sports I used to play. So I think that was quite difficult to hear, and to a certain extent it took me as kind of it meant that I'd never considered playing sport as a career for a long time, and it took a lot of encouragement and speaking to people who did support me and did believe in me to actually give me the self-belief that there might be a possibility that I could do that. And that was definitely from you and my dad and my long-term coach at the time, Steve Townsend, and those were you three were probably definitely my biggest supporters, but also ones that gave me the confidence and told me not to listen to what the other people said, and actually believe in myself, the way I wanted to play squash, the way I could play squash, and that if I wanted to go and do it, then I could.
As the mother of a very good squash player, I had to learn things as well, and I had to have help from other people to look at your nutrition, for instance. I had no idea before what I was supposed to be feeding you, and I ended up doing it all wrong, and I just felt I've let her down. And that was quite hurtful. So as I said, I had to learn stuff as a squash player's mum, as well as the squash player herself. And I think we all had to go through a journey together as a family. But as Sarah Jane has said, in the end, we did say to her, don't listen to these people. They are just rude and ignorant. You can excel at things. You don't have to be a certain size, a certain weight, a certain shape.
At the time, I found it very hard to verbalise what I wanted to say, and I didn't actually a lot of the time know what I wanted to say. I was just had a lot of frustrations and everything like that.
Well, I think we just encouraged you to build on the positives.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
and try to, deal with the negatives, yes, but definitely build on the positives. So when people were rude to you about your size or your shape or whatever, I was very proud of you that you didn't react to them, as you said. To react to what they said would probably make them even worse, and would perhaps alter your game or put you off the game completely. But you stuck in there, and you were determined, and you were positive about things, and that's what we encouraged with you, and that's what we were very proud of, and still are very proud of, that you can ignore these people who think that can just say what they like to people.
No matter what adversity you face, I think you can always find a way to overcome it. And
Definitely.
if you truly love a sport or want to achieve something in life, there is going to be a way that you can do it, and there will be people that will help you and will encourage you to do that. So find them and keep them close, because that's what keeps you going on the low days, and they will be low days. Not everything is a fairy tale, but also try and keep away from the negative people who just want to tell you can't do it for this reason, or they just want to keep you down and stop you from doing that. So that would be my advice to them. I think as a sort of teenager, particularly growing up, it was very positive to me to see the beginning of a few role models, particularly in sport, because that was the kind of area I was in, that were strong and not just seen as the skinnier the better. And I think that can be applied. The one that sticks out for me has always been Serena Williams, who has been told for years and years, oh, you're not going to be this, you're not going to do that. But she has just shut them out and just showed everyone that she can play tennis how she wants to play, and that will get her an awful long way. So she's that having that visibility has been from her in the spotlight has been an inspiration to me. So if any sort of aspiring young squash player can look at not just me but any of the top players and draw on their experiences and their journey, I think that's hugely positive.
It's been absolutely wonderful to be on this journey with you through your metamorphosis, really, from what you were as a little girl, very quiet and shy, hanging back, not saying much to anybody, but now you've grown into this wonderfully confident person, and you're able to voice your own opinion, you're able to voice for other females' opinions as well, which is really important. And it's just wonderful that you're now England #1 and where you are in the world as well. When I think back to when you were a little girl and you picked up that racket for the first time, I could never have imagined this. And I'm just so proud of you.